The comic industry's been in real trouble lately again, and we've been saying this, of course, for years. It's a slow spiral, and we know this. The things that are going to take down the comic book shops are not going to happen overnight. You're not going to see like a big, just absolute, complete collapse. That's not how these industries work. When you look at problems with different entertainment industries, it starts with a 10% drop, then a 20% drop. They stay in business. Like Bud Light is, for all in essence, a destroyed brand, but at the same time, they still are existing, still producing Bud Light. So people move the goalposts when they talk about this stuff and say that their industry's not in trouble or whatnot. We hear that all the time. But there's too many comic shops closing, and there's not enough opening at this point. It used to be a point where there were, thousands and thousands of comic shops. Now there's down to about, 3,000 of them. And of those 3,000 of them, from what I understand, only 500 of those really even focus on comics whatsoever. They're mostly Funko Pop or board game stores at this point. So it is something that the industry should really take heed of. For me, it doesn't matter because I'm selling books to you guys online, and I appreciate you guys' business, of course. Please check out my links in the description below. Get on my Subscribe Star, of course, because that's where we're making our awesome new content. Appreciate you guys being there. And also hit the like and subscribe button because a lot of people are not subscribed to the channel who come watch these videos, and I appreciate you all being there. So here's the news today. Los Angeles' oldest comic shops shut down, put blame on COVID, Marvel, and DC. And that's what I'm hearing all the way around. Marvel and DC are not bringing people into the comic shops, and that's where people go into comic shops. The indie stuff might be good out there. I mean, I've been reading Void Rivals by Robert Kirkman, and of course the Conan stuff from Titan Comics, been fantastic. But those things don't get people to go to the comic shop every week. It's Marvel and DC. It's their big events for the most part that get people going in. And there's been nothing to write home about. DC has just torched every single character, made every single one into an LGBTQIA whatever icon, and nobody wants to read that stuff. Marvel already torched their brand years ago doing that, and of course is trying to push the Marvels and Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel that nobody wants to read either. And of course the X-Men's been a disaster ever since Jonathan Hickman just pieced out and left them with this nightmare. But so people are not incentivized to actually read these books at this point, and that's a big problem. It's happening, and it is coming from the woke social justice warriors. When the New York comic shop went out of business a few weeks ago, that became big headline news everywhere in the comic world. They gave an interview to the shop owner, and of course Heidi McDonald lied and told everybody, "Oh, hey, this isn't about SJWs, right?" And the ownership went, "Yeah, it's not about SJWs," because he pretty much had to at that point. But it is about the SJWs. These people who have taken over the industry don't know anything about comics. They don't know how to write or draw good comics. They don't know how to produce good comics people care about. They've taken the characters and just completely bastardized them and made them unspecial in every way. When you try to make a Spider-Man that's every diverse population possible, you've got a Spider-Man, Spider-Them, Spider-Black, Spider-Hispanic, Spider-Asian, Spider-whatever, Spider-LGBT. Spider-Man then becomes not special because you've got 50 different books of 50 different characters who all do the exact same thing. And that's exactly what Marvel and DC have screwed up in this whole diversity thing. When you make so much diversity, nothing ends up being diverse. Everything ends up being the same. That is the problem. Nobody wants to be able to keep own cultures anymore. You're racist if you want that at this point. It's very sad to watch these people just kill American culture and just relegate it to oblivion at the end of the day. Now, this isn't it. We've heard other rumors over the last few months. There's one in the Bay Area that's been a stalwart place. The place that started Free Comic Book Day as a promotional deal is in danger of losing their shop as well. It's happening everywhere. If this is not a big stern warning to the comic industry, they need to right the ship. I don't know what's going to get there. Now, it doesn't matter, again, for those of us producing independent comics. This is actually a good thing because, with the Marvel and DC stuff is what stacks the shelves here. This is the competition that, of course, we would not be able to get that shelf space because, of course, people don't know who we are and don't get us into comic shops on that front. But we can stand out better in an independent space online, and we have done so, and that's why we keep winning. That's why we keep growing. That's why every book I've produced over the last several years has just sold more and more and more. And of course, you guys have kept us afloat here and of course, got us going and of course, are the best audience in the business. And I really appreciate you. I'm going to do what the comic industry won't do in this instance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to appeal to you. What you guys like, I'm going to listen, I'm going to learn, I'm going to get better every single time, and I'm going to do what you guys want because you're the customer at the end of the day. I'm the writer who is doing something for you and for your entertainment. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.